All right, well, the coldest weather Super Bowl ever may not wind up being the coldest weather Super Bowl ever. It was kind of interesting to find out the coldest outside Super Bowl was actually in New Orleans back in 1972 when the then mighty Dallas Cowboys beat the Miami Dolphins 24-3. It was about 39 degrees, I think, by the time the game was over. 18-mile-an-hour winds. We've heard today, Bob, and this will be the story when you're back in New York next week for a lot of it. What's it actually going to be like today? It looks like 35 to 40. It's going to be cold, but the most important number, and this is something we got out of our interview that we did with Andrew, I'm forgetting his last name, Andrew Mason, Denver reporter, who said, in terms of the weather impacting the Broncos, it's wind, not snow.
Right.
And right now, it doesn't feel like it's going to be that windy a day.
Yeah, well, they say 7 to 8 mile an hour winds. And again, weather changes every single day, as we all know out here in Seattle. So this is the report now.
A 10-day guess.
Could be completely different come game time. But if these conditions were to stay until Sunday, then you'd think that favors or helps, how about the passing game of Peyton Manning? Because he talked about, Andrew Mason did, that, you know, it's not about the rain, it's not about the snow, it's about the wind, because Peyton Manning will throw a knuckleball every once in a while, or an off-speed pitch, as he calls it, a little flutter ball, and wind really has an impact on that. So wind would be the thing you'd want as a Seahawks fan to really impact that passing game of the Denver Broncos, make them rely on that run game, which is, Sean Marino's been very good, over 1,000 yards for that team, but you'd figure if it gets into a battle of running games,
right,
you feel much better about Marshawn Lynch and what this team does, because that's been their identity all year.
Sean Moreno's had a 1,000-yard season because of what Peyton Manning has done, because they throw the ball so well, not because they ever focus on him running the game. So, yeah, I would say I agree with you 1,000%. If Seahawks fans thinking of a weather advantage, it's not going to be the cold. I heard some interesting things from Curtis Martin this week on a show saying that he doesn't think if it's snowing that necessarily would help a real aggressive team like the Seahawks. So let's just say that the biggest weather factor is wind for this one, and that's a place where wind has been very, very notorious. So, and I think that I agree, it would impact Peyton more than Russell Wilson, who, for whatever you want to say about him, does not throw any knuckleballs.
Yeah, and as far as the Curtis Martin thing you brought up, I tend to disagree with that. He said that if it were inclement weather, it's going to favor the Broncos. I just don't know how that's going to work with a power team, a power running team. You figure if it's bad conditions, it's all about not exposing that ball to the elements, putting it in the air, having guys run routes and cut and do things like that. You're just handing it to beast mode and letting him plow straight ahead. To me, that would be advantage Seahawks, but Curtis played the game. What do I know?
Yeah, he may know a little bit more, maybe. But let's bring on the wind.